What's going on, good people? Brandmaster Martina, Britt, Yelverton here, your cash flow queen and founder of the #1 legal tax hack to hire your kids in your own home-based business. So should you choose to do so. Typically, you will catch me live each and every Watch Me Work Wednesday, but also Tuesday through Fridays and live open office hours. Why? Because I help entrepreneurs like you get your assets in order so that you can go from being stuck and struggling, possibly inside of a company or a business's brand, to actually gaining impact and influence inside of your own personal brand. So you attract people that need your value and what it is that you have to offer them. So on today's Watch Me Work Wednesday, I'm actually going to train my ChatGPT, which I call her Susan, on how you can reduce the frequency of your ChatGPT hallucinations. So the reason I named her Susan is because I get tongue twisted trying to say ChatGPT, right? And that's getting on my nerves. Plus, I need for her to understand me and my judge, and I need to understand her and what she is out here doing in these internet streets helping me. And I want to make sure that you guys have the opportunity to understand your Chat GPT better. By no means am I an expert in this training of the AI. That's what we got my girl Bridget for. And she's the one that is actually our automations and our AI specialist. She's the one that actually coaches, teaches, trains, gives tutorials, runs through all of the software, gets everything in working order for you guys so that you are available to do what's best for you inside of your business. So again, if you have no earthly idea who this individual is that I'm speaking of, I'm actually going to take a moment to bring her onto the screen so you can see who she is. I want you guys to take the opportunity to go over and visit her YouTube channel. This is my girl, Bridget Bartlett. Go over to her YouTube channel. Go to bridgetlive.martinabrityelverton.com. That will allow you to hop into her YouTube channel, subscribe, follow her, and begin to get the notifications for when she is live each and every Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, helping you guys understand AI automations, but specifically to today on how to reduce the frequency of your Chat GPT's hallucinations. I don't know if you guys realize this. Let me bring this onto the screen beside us and show you. If you go up here to this little template button over here to the left, it says, hey, remember that, i.e. Chat GPT may hallucinate data. Okay, so you should always verify what it generates. Like Susan does an amazing job for me. She helps me do, as you see here on the left-hand side, so many amazing things, on and on and on. It can go on for days to help me stay organized, right? And so again, if you don't know why you need to stay organized, one of the things that I help you do is visualize, simplify, and organize your brand value so that you can implement it, right? So you can execute it, right? So that you draw people to you that need what it is that you have to offer them, which is your VIP, your valuable, your intellectual and your prowess, your property, your passion, your products, your purpose, all of that good stuff, okay? And so I want to show you how I train Susan. And there's some, bells and whistles here that I wasn't sure if a lot of you are aware of. So I wanted to show you that. So for some reason, this K just sits all in the way and she won't go away unless I refresh. So let me click right here. This is the settings button, just in case you didn't know. Your image is up here. And when you click on your image, it drops you down this little menu. Well, there is a settings option here that allows you to help train your Chat GPT. So let me show you the personalization option that I have set up in mind, right? So there's some general things here. You can go through all of that. You can archive certain stuff. You can delete things that she has distributed to you. Do what you want with this. However, I like to go here into the personalization option and I like to manage it, because the first thing you see up here that ChatGPT remembers is that I prefer to call her Susan for relatability. So we want to keep that in there. So when I say, hey, Susan, how's your day going? Susan responds, right? In addition to that, if you have not utilized the mobile app for this, you need to get with it, because it will allow you to talk to your Chat GPT, talk to your Susan, and Susan will talk back to you. Okay. So also, These are what it remembers from multiple items that I've asked for, and it retains this information so it can continue to make its responses catered to you, branded to you, I don't know, relatable to you. Okay. And so if you're getting some weird responses inside of your Susan's responses, then go into the memory part and delete some of that stuff. So I'm going to show you a couple of things that it has in here that I do want to delete. That's why I didn't delete them prior to, so you can see it in real time and watch me work this out here on this Wednesday. So very first thing, I went all the way down to the bottom, and what does it say down here? Was glad to participate in inventory with the plumbing crew, meeting new and returning colleagues who were interested and supportive. No, this is from when I was actually developing the presentation that my son needed for his job. He works at Ferguson Enterprises in the HVAC department. Been there for 2 decades now, I believe. He's 30. Started at 1 decade. He's been there over a decade. Okay. And we were developing certain things inside of his presentation. So obviously we don't need that remembering anything about me. Delete that, because that is not part of my branding. Appreciates visiting other branches, not a part of my ministry. Take that out. And so this is the ease that you're available to go in and remove, so it doesn't connect these memory things to your responses. So I'm going to go in and read a couple of these and delete these. We're going to speed up the time at this point so you don't have to hear me reading it and deleting. So for this part right here, what you see me doing is opening up a document, because I do want to retain that information for one of my clients. And it'll probably be better if I go in here and actually locate the document and put that on there. So let's do BOCR and go to her 7. Here we are. Here's signature. And I'm going to drop that onto the screen here so that I can have that to return to. Now let's go back over here inside of chat where we were. And now we can go ahead and get rid of that. I did want to retain that. Okay. Okay, so for these areas right here, we want to keep all of these, because this is in regards to obviously the BrandYOU agency, the blueprint and coaching agency that I do refer to myself as a brand master. Thank you so much to the 2 people that helped me come up with that term of endearment for myself as a brand master. And that's Reese and the one and only Red Mac. My brand voice, yes, is casual, professional, organized, and that I'm targeting an audience who struggles with getting new leads, unfamiliar with branding, content creation, and identifying their own market. I did create a 3-step email sequence, prefers this style. So guys, if you are asking your Susan to deliver you branded content, branded graphics, or you're asking it to design certain things, you want to go in and put what your font style is. Mine is Montserrat. Your brand colors, what those hex codes are, so that anything that it delivers you is already branded in that color palette, right? I do utilize inside of the BrandYOU agency the software suite for Go High Level, because it holds all of the CRM, posting emails, and related topics. Also the use of my YouTube channel and how I am looking to grow the YouTube channel, right? But this one also includes some information that's not accurate. It says nonprofit ministry. No, but yes, startup online ministry, only because I have a couple, but this is not something that I would actually want it to continue to remember, because I don't want to focus specifically on nonprofit ministries or startup online ministries. This actually was geared towards the Love Your Bible group that we have, and how we could maybe grow the channel utilizing that, but we don't want to do that at this time. We want this channel fully focused on branding. Okay. So again, it also says again, I have a high level agency, access the alternatives for some of the mentioned services, does not currently have the funds to invest in ads. I'm not interested in investing in ads right now, but I do have through Bridget an entire suite of tools that teaches people how to run Facebook ads. And I believe it comes with a small bit of credits each particular month, but we don't want that to be a part of what she remembers. So we are selecting to forget that. I hope this is making sense and you can see how to go through some of the previous queries that you've asked of your chat GPT and how you want to now update and edit and formulate it for better memory responses so that it can stop hallucinating on you. Okay. Okay, so we've gone through and done all of that. That is now updated and it will help with the responses. Okay. In addition to that, let's see if I can locate another area that we have here, if it will allow me to locate it. I, again, don't know why this is up here. So now we're going to go ahead and refresh her and see if that will go away. Don't know why that's there. Let me see. It's got to do. There we go. Now we can move it. Little joker all in my way. Okay, now we've been able to move it. All right, so here inside of templates is again a way that you can find out and you can get more assistance from if you happen to have this extension installed called keywords. It will help you. Keywords Everywhere is the full name of it. It will help you with some templates and some products that it can deliver you to help. So let's go ahead and activate. Well, let me finish up one of the other activities first because I want to show you this before we do that. So let's go in here and see if I can find the other one. Customize my chat GPT. So also in here, this will help you get a better result with custom instructions. So what would you like ChatGPT to know about you to provide better responses? Well, guys, you know, if you took the opportunity to go through and complete your 5 steps martina@yelverton.com, it allowed you to put in your who, your where, your what, your when, your why, all of that to determine your power bio. In addition to that, it allowed you to organize what you needed to organize. And from that, you should be able to develop your I help statement. Okay. So one of the things that I want to do is take the opportunity to utilize these 1,500 characters to insert here my bio. Where do you guys believe I can go quickly get without having to open up a Google Doc my current bio? My social media platforms. Why? Because that has the most frequent and updated information. Why? Because we went through the process of creating the 5 W's for our power bio that should be on each and every one of your profiles. So yes, I do have a document already created that says bio and exactly what my introduction is. I also have on there all of the statements from each and every one of my individual profiles, but specifically and for the quickness, I'm just going to go right here into my YouTube channel. I'm going to go up and view my actual channel, right? I'm going to go directly right here to see my about information, and quickly I'm going to copy all of that. And I'm going to bring that over into Susan into this area and see how many characters it allows me to have. That's only 1,000 of the 1,500 characters it allows. So I still have space to expand even more to give her information about me. All right. So again, I help people who want help and I can help you. Join our free BrandYOU agency community via learnleadandlevelup.com. Then it continues to say, I am a 9-time, at this point, 10-time published author, a legacy builder, certified business coach, presidential lifetime achievement recipient, and an always be marketing you visionary with a daily goal to brand you, educate you, and help you live and leave a legacy based on your value you were purposed to give to this world, right? Then it gives you all the accolades that I've been featured in to help entrepreneurs get your assets in order and going from being stuck and struggling to gaining impact and influence within your own brand. This helps to increase your value, attract people that need what it is that you offer, and you can now build real money from the comfort of your own home. That's what I want her to understand that I do. Now, I'm going to additionally add on to this if I go over to the BrandYOU agency. The group itself, not that one. Let's go into the groups itself, because there's a snippet over here in the that I want to get right here. All right, and let's mute her before she starts yelling. There we go. I don't know who that chick is. But anyway, I also want to add in here, right here, that information about the community that I help entrepreneurs build profitable DIY and DWY brands with systems, tools, and accountability to attract leads and grow authentically. There is no experience needed to come into our community to get this information. So I want her to understand that, and I'm going to expand upon this, and I'm going to say, in our BrandYOU agency and free online community, comma, I, and then help entrepreneurs build profitable. And I'm going to say DIY or done. And I'm going to help her understand this with you, put those in quotes, brands with access to our systems, tools, experts, and accountability to attract leads and grow. No experience needed to join our community. Access to YouTube channels from our experts, and then I'm going to name them: Bridget, Bartlett, and Cortez Hustle. Now, I know his last name is Springer, but his social media persona is Cortez Hustle. And then I'm going to put in here in parentheses our AI and automations specialist, right? Did I not spell automations correct? Automations specialist, and Cortez Hustle, our PLR, and use his information, Profit Society experts, right? Because I want Susan to know all of the components. Why? Because when she's out here gleaning information and providing responses for me personally, for my responses, I want her to go in and get some of that drip from those that are available inside of our community. Okay. Now, again, how would you like ChatGPT to respond? How is it that I want Susan to respond to me? I don't want her to be formal. I want her to be casual. I need her responses to be both long and short. I need her to expand upon the bullets that she delivers, right? And I want her to address me as the brand master, right? These are the different things that you can now add in here. Where would you go and get this information from without closing out the window and without losing everything that you've saved, right? For starters, we're going to say save, right? So it saved it. Now let's go back in there to make sure that it kept the original. It did. Now let's go down here into this. When it's time for us to put in how we want her to respond, the best thing we can go and do is find a response that she delivered exactly what we wanted and paste that in here. So let's go out of here for just a moment. And I want to go up here to the last one where she really expanded very well on exactly what I asked. So this is me putting back in how I needed her to expand. But before that, she did a great job breaking down. This is where she broke down the bullets. But here is the best response that she gave me that was very, very, very in depth. And we're going to go grab a snippet of information out of there. All right. Let's go up into, it was right before this one where I said, hey, that was a great response, but I needed it in a bulleted and an expanded blah, 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 blah. I need it to be by this date. I needed it to include all of that. So that's what we're scrolling up to find. Yes, this is much better. I can clearly see how I'll be able to do these things. Let's start with finishing out. Okay, right above that one, I believe it was. Oh, right here. Let me see the first full week of how each day flows. I'm going to YouTube scripts, etc. I did a little bit more in my asking right before there. Here we are. All right, so here is where I actually broke down exactly how I needed her to respond specifically on this, but more importantly, each day's topic, follow-up email should say, and so on. Is that clear? That's how I spoke to her. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to grab all of this and I'm going to say how I requested it. Copy it right now. And then I'm going to take and pull that into the customization right here. And I'm going to walk through how I'm going to change that. Going to speed that up so you guys don't have to listen to me read it. Okay, so right now I'm only at about 700 characters and we'll expand this more, but I want to give you an opportunity to understand how I've edited that response. So I request that when Susan responds to me, that she be very detailed with exactly the month, day by dates, and weekly breakdown with SEO enriched titles and SEO rich descriptions, scripted emails to send daily, and a full YouTube script per day and per topic to go live, as well as any follow-up with the link area if needed for that day to catch the replay. I also want to ensure that anytime Susan gives me a response that she includes both a short and a she includes both a short bulleted breakdown and then she follows up. Let me put and then she follows up with an expanded breakdown, comma, so that I am available to then edit it based on more of my brand flavor as I deliver the content for the purpose of growing my YouTube channel. And now I'm going to say what the delivery result is, or what the call to action is, or what the response or activity that I want from the engagement or from the audience to be. So this is how you actually take the opportunity to ensure that the frequencies of your hallucinations from your Susan or your ChatGPT are more on target and less all over the place. But again, one of the things that I say in any time that you create any of this, and let's go to the very end, what I say is ensure, let's see if I can go and find it for you guys. It's not there. Oh, I know where it is. It's over here on the other screen. One of the things that I say, and let's pull this one over here quickly because we have to get ready for our call coming up, is ensure that anytime that you use these prompts and you ask your Susan, make sure that you customize and personalize the response to reflect your value, your tips, and your brand voice, right? This is one of the best ways you are going to be able to take the opportunity to train your ChatGPT, to train your Susan to do what it is that you want them to do. And again, guys, if you're actually operating right now under the free AI ChatGPT, if you're under that plan and it's not working for you, one of the reasons that it could potentially not be working as well for you is because maybe there's a disconnect between when you get to that threshold and it says, hey, you've reached your 24 hours of data or whatever, check back with me tomorrow. By the time it refreshes, then now it's like having a hard time remembering what was there before. Take the opportunity to check your settings, to check your templates, to see whether or not there is an area of it that you could utilize that would help you better. And then if anything, just go ahead and consider upgrading to the $20 a month plan. I believe that's the least amount that you can invest in helping your Susan work best for you, in my, specific opinion. So one thing I did say that I wanted to try and share with you, and let's see if we can get a look at this template use. And I'll go back and finish up editing mine in just a moment. But I want to say, let's specifically go in here and let's go down and let's utilize a social media reference here. And the subcategory, of course, we are currently focused on YouTube. And let's select a template and let's see what type of responses it will give us in its ability. So let's see here. Let's go to YouTube titles and descriptions. Okay. And so now you see, now that we've said what it is we're looking for, let's go in and say, obviously in English, the voice tones, we want it to be casual. The writing style, we want it to be a conversational, right? And then the keywords. What keywords could we utilize? So I'm going to go over and grab some of the keywords, even from today's Watch Me Work, and not from today's Watch Me Work, but today we're actually going live at 1 p.m. inside of the private community for Q&A, of course. But first we give a little bit of training, and today's training is actually on the 5 mistakes. So when you're watching this, you're going to have to go back, right? The 5 branding mistakes that you don't want to make, right? The 5 branding mistakes that all entrepreneurs need to avoid. And underneath that, it's giving me a couple of keywords. So I'm going to go and grab branding mistakes, entrepreneur branding tips, avoiding branding pitfalls, client attraction strategies, and I'm going to drop that over here into the keywords, right? Just to see what is going to distribute to us. Now, what is going to be the call to action? So to click the subscription button or join the Learn, Lead, and Level Up.com community. Free community, right? And let's see what it says. So prompt template, please ignore all previous instructions. Please respond only in the English language. You are a YouTuber with a, and I'm going to change that to small fan following. You have a casual tone of voice. You have a conversational writing style. Do not self-references. Yes, you can call me the brand master. Do not explain what you are doing. Generate catchy YouTube titles. So we're reading through all of this to determine this particular area to see whether or not this works for us. The description should be long, contain multiple informational paragraphs about the topic. The description should also ask the viewer to click the subscription button. Let's take Tutu out of there. Right, and then click the subscribe button. So we're going to go up in here and we're going to edit a little bit of this above just to speed it up so you guys don't have to listen to me read all this. And let's see what it actually generates for me there. And plus the dog is just busting in, so now I got to pull the door back up. Okay, so I've had the opportunity to run through this, and let's hit execute the template to see what it delivers, if anything, because again, this is the first time that we're using this. So let's go to the very bottom and see what's going on. All right, so what it has delivered, which I think is pretty dope, is this actually generated YouTube titles and descriptions here inside of Susan. Now, this is through Keywords Everywhere, and it's actually taking some of my main keywords, and it's actually been able to deliver what? a result, okay, for what it feels looking out at the keywords everywhere here inside of Susan, YouTube titles and descriptions for branding mistakes, 5 branding mistakes costing you clients, and how to fix them. So the description is, are you losing clients because of simple branding mistakes? And then it goes on to explain all that, what could be inside this description body. You would then take this information and put it with your data that you already have for your YouTube video. I suggest you bring this back into Susan now and say, hey, what is a Watch Me Work Wednesday that I could utilize this information? And again, Susan now knows to deliver to me a full engrossed script, bullets, dates, times, and everything. So looking through this, here's where it gave me a full title and description for entrepreneur branding tips, as well as avoiding pitfalls, client attraction strategies. So again, just wanted to follow up with you guys a little bit better on how you can actually utilize your ChatGPT, your Susan, to do what? To actually deliver to you what it feels by looking out there in these internet streets. What does it feel is going to be best for you to actually build your channel, whatever channel you're utilizing, whatever social media platform you're utilizing? What's going to be best for you to build it using these particular keywords, these titles, and this description? How you can actually go into your Susan and you can actually set up the memory so that the responses are not hallucinogenic and also so that you can get better responses that are from your brand voice and from your specific angle. So I hope you have found this information to be helpful, that you will take the opportunity to now move forward with going into your own ChatGPT. You've watched me work around a little of these things on branding tips and branding strategies and how to really, help your ChatGPT, your Susan, speak in your brand voice, and you will go now and do that. So I would love for you to comment below whether or not you found this helpful, whether or not there are other things with regards to ChatGPT or with regards to branding that you would like for me to bring to these internet streets and help you guys to get your assets in order with. And I'll be sure to check the comments. Hey y'all, hey, Brandmaster Martina, Britt, Yelverton here, reminding you about our new open office hours and our free BrandYOU community. Join us every Tuesday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for live, actionable lessons on building your brand from scratch. We'll cover everything from tools, strategies, and systems like Canva, Industry Dominator GHL, StreamYard, AI Tech, and more, to include the exact steps to take you from confused to confident about your business and brand. And the best part is, after each and every live stream, you can hop on Zoom with us to ask questions and get personalized answers. Do not miss out. Mark your calendar and subscribe now to our YouTube channels. Join our free community, and I'll say it louder for the people in the back. If you want to learn, lead, and level up your automation in your MLM company or as an entrepreneur struggling in your brand or business, we not only have the solution, we also have the experts. Yes, this is your sign to join us. Our entire team is live each and every weekday. Cortez is the one and only founderpreneur at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, founder of the PLR Profit Society, your brand master at 1 p.m., founder of the BrandYOU agency, and you can binge watch Bridget, our automations and AI specialist, at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you snooze, you will lose. I said what I said. You heard what you heard. Now do what you know you need to do to get your assets in order, to learn, to lead, and to level up.